What's up YouTube, it's Zach from BangingTechReviews, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Strike-x LCD controller fan panel made by Aerocool. Now first of all, I'd like to thank Aerocool for providing me with this review unit, and let's start off by the pricing guys. It's going to cost you about £45 to £50 in the UK and about $50 to $55 in the United States. Now we can see the box with the actual panel at the front and the interchangeable black panel for you, so if you don't like the red color too extreme, we can have it more generic. Okay guys, as you can see, we do have the back on at the moment, back side of the box, sorry, and it shows what each of the touch buttons do. So on the left we do have the channel indicator being fan 1, 2, 3, etc. We've got Celsius or Fahrenheit temperature, got decrease, we've got the fan speed, you can have the current temperature or the alarm temperature, you can switch between them. We do have the interchangeable faceplate. We have a lock button for careless mistouch if your case is open. We have increase with the decrease. We have the headphone and microphone inputs. We have display on and off, and we have two USB 2.0s. And at the bottom it just shows the black and the red panels. So you are going to get a few things with this product, one of them being a printed booklet. It does make the installation process a lot easier because it does have nice illustrations to show you what to do. As for example, on the left it shows you how to remove the red panel if you want to put the black one on, because some people may not like the red color scheme. It shows you what the fan controllers are and how they're connected, how to connect the USB cable, etc. And also, if you don't know how to use some of the LCD touch functions, for example, if you want to change the RPM or if you want to set alarm, temperature alarm, then this is a great way of knowing how to use your product. All in all, the book is really informational and it will get you up and started really quickly. So next we can see all the cables included. Now first of all, we have the sound cable, we have HD audio, as you can see, just the camera has to focus. And another thing we do have is AC97. So HD audio is going to be used for the newer computers, and this will enable you sound for your headphone and your microphone. Now the up part is connected to the back side of the Aerocool panel. Now this is obviously the USB cable because it does house two USB 2.0 ports. So the USB, one side is connected again at the back of your Aerocool device and one to the motherboard. Another good thing about Aerocool is they have included a lot of spare cables. So over here we do have spare fan cables. We have two of them, so if one of them breaks, you can easily replace it. Next, we do also have spare thermal sensors. Again, we have two of them. Now they have really thought of this because let's say, if one of them breaks or the thermal sensor is not reading temperatures properly, then you can easily replace it. Next, we do have 9 stickers. Now these thermal stickers are really good because you can use them to fasten your thermal sensors. Now normal tape can be used, but I would recommend using the tape provided. And finally, we have 8 mounting screws. Now these screws are used to mount your device or the Aerocool fan controller to your computer. So as you can see, we now have the star of the show, the Strike-x LCD touch panel. Obviously we do have the Strike-x banding on the faceplate, so it's going to be on the black one also if you desire to switch. We do have two USB 2.0s and the headphone and microphone inputs. Now the good thing about this product and what I like is the sides are extremely solid and robust. I mean, as you can see, I do actually apply quite a lot of force. I'm not sure if this has been shown by the video, but the sides are extremely sturdy, so when you put it back in, it's not going to lose shape and it's always going to maintain that rigidness. Okay, now let's move on with the actual fan controllers and connectors. So we do have a Molex here and the power connector. So this is where your Molex connector is going to go from a PSU, so the whole system can have power and work. We do also have 5 3-pin fan connectors, so you can have up to 5 fans in your computer, and you can power them through the LCD touch panel. So obviously we do have them there, and as you can see, we have 5 sensors. Now these are used to pick up heat on your devices such as the CPU, hard drive, your GPU, etc. There is a list of recommendations on which ones to use first. And we have the strike panel once again. So we have seen the color in red. Now I'm going to switch it over to the black. So it's pretty much everything is the same. The only difference is obviously the color. It does have the same branding, Strike-x, on the top left. Now I think this just believes on personal taste, and I prefer the black over the red because that's just how I am, so it just suits both needs really. So before the Strike-x is installed, I'll show you how the heat sensors are mounted. So obviously it's stuck on by the tape on my heatsink. Next we have it stuck onto my GPU on the metal part so it detects heat more efficiently. And next, as you can see, we do have the fan controllers connected to my CPU. And last of all, we have the USB and audio connection from the control panel to the motherboard. So I have finally got my Strike-x panel installed, and the first thing I'm going to show you is the two USB 2.0s. Now they're fully functional and does the work great. So the first thing I'm going to show you is obviously my phone connected. Now it charges with ease, it don't lose connection, or it don't stop charging halfway through. It's also very good for data transfer, and with 2.0 speeds it's quite fast. The only bad thing I would say, it don't live up to the 3.0 standards, but you can't win everything, right? So this control panel is extremely easy to use, as I'll just show you now. If we just tap to where I'm tapping at the moment, you can switch between the alarm temperature and the current temperature. You can also lock the whole thing, so this prevents you from careless mistouch. So as you can see, there's a lock button. If you press that, if you press anywhere on the RPM, it won't register a touch. So the whole screen is touched. The only thing you can change is alarm temperature and current temperature. So next, if you just hold the RPM indication, if you just hold it for about a couple of seconds or tap it, then you can change the RPM speed. Now the only bad thing is, well, it's not a bad thing, I guess it's a safety feature, is that it won't go below the 50% speed of your fan. So if it's at maximum 4000 RPM, then it won't go below 2000. So as you can see, I just changed it now from 3600 to 3100. Now if I move it back, it'll go back to 3600. It does take a little bit of time, it won't go immediately because obviously you have to start spinning faster again. So as you can see, it goes up to 3500 and it's gone back up to 3600. Another neat trick of this panel is that you can actually change the alarm temperature. So let's say your CPU is running at 45 degrees and at 60 degrees overclocked and about 90 degrees when it's working really hard. So you can set that alarm for like dangerous rate about 95 or 100 degrees, and a little beeping will go off every time it goes over that, so you know your system is overheating and immediate action is required. You can also decrease it, and you can see the difference between, as you can see now, temperature is 85 and my alarm temperature is 84. So obviously the alarm is going to go off, but in the video I do not have the sound, but believe me, it will start making beeping noises. Now depending on where you live, you can press the CF button to change your temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit and so forth. Now to turn the LCD light off, all you have to do is hold down on the Aerocool logo. You can turn it on by pressing anywhere on the screen. Now I have a closed case panel, so I don't really use it, but if you have an open case one, then it will be quite useful. And finally, if you want to set everything back to factory settings, all you have to do is hold down the minus and the plus button, and this will, make your setting go back to normal, so it will take away the alarm temperature, etc. So I've come to the end of my review, and once again I'd like to thank Aerocool for providing me with this review unit. You can check them out at aerocool.com.tw or aerocool.us. They sell their items on Amazon as well. So finally, to finish it off guys, I'm going to show you the actual LCD touch panel fitted on my case. So as you can see, it's fitted really nicely. It goes really well if you do have a black case. You can have the red guys, it doesn't matter, it's personal preference. So if you do prefer the snazzy red color, be my guest, have it in your case and maybe leave it as a video response. And I hope you enjoyed this guys. I certainly enjoyed reviewing the product. And as always guys, if you liked what we saw, then please don't forget to leave a comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.